Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today is the 14th of August 2020. This is Pakistan's 73rd Independence Day. Today I am going to talk to you about Middle East. Middle East is important for Pakistan for many reasons. One, we are part of the greater Middle East in some cartographic sense. And also, Middle East is important for us because we are Muslims, and the two holiest Muslim places, three holiest Muslim places are in the Middle East. And also, Middle East also provides Pakistani migrant workers employment. So, first of all, I'm going to talk briefly about Lebanon. In the Lebanon, the Prime Minister Hassan Diab has resigned. His resignation has been accepted by the President Michel Aoun. The disaster that struck Beirut some time back has totally unraveled the very shaky foundations of a mixture of religious groups who make up for the ruling elite of Lebanon. Lebanon has been in the French influence, but it's not working anymore. Their economy has collapsed, the governance system has collapsed. It's still too early to say whether it will be a repeat of the Arab Spring of 2011 or not. Second, I am going to talk to you about the peace agreement between UAE and Israel. President Donald Trump announced very gladly about this peace agreement between UAE and Israel on Thursday. This is the third peace agreement that a Muslim country, an Arab country, has made with Israel. Israel, of course, is recognized by Turkey. That was a long time before. But among the Arabs, the first one to make peace with Israel was Egypt in 1974. And then in 1994, Jordan made peace with Israel. And now the UAE is about to formally make peace with Israel. What does it portend for Pakistan? Would Saudi Arabia be next in line to recognize Israel? Would Pakistan be going ahead and recognizing Israel? We also know that there has been some commotion in Pakistan about a remark that our foreign minister made in with regards to OIC. He said that if OIC will not convene a foreign ministers conference anytime soon, he would request the Prime Minister to organize a foreign ministers meeting on Kashmir with the help of other countries. What he meant was perhaps Turkey and Malaysia. The Prime Minister was talked out of a meeting with a summit that was arranged in Malaysia, where Turkey, Malaysia and Iran were participating, and Pakistan was also supposed to participate. So Pakistan has had a difficult time explaining to their Saudi, I would say, benefactors that there's no realignment in their foreign policy. The Chief Army Staff is going to visit Saudi Arabia, and he's going to reassure the Saudis that they do not intend making a new bloc. The DG ISPR has also very clearly said that there's no realignment in Pakistan's foreign policy. So these are interesting developments in the region. How Pakistan is going to tackle these new realities that are emerging. Would it be confronted with the choice of recognizing Israel? It clearly does not want to leave Saudi Arabia. They find it perhaps very difficult. Pakistan owes a lot of money to Saudi Arabia, about $3 billion, and there are a number of Pakistani workers there in Saudi Arabia. So can Pakistan really stand up and be recognized? I would be looking forward to your comments. Thank you very much.